Well, WWV was coming in pretty strong at 10 megahertz 15 minutes ago, and now it's gone down to nothing. Although you look at the waterfall display up here, and it shows a pretty strong signal, but it's down in the mud, and every once in a while it comes up and it's nice and strong, but right now, this second, it's not. I've been doing some research on this Soft66RTL3, and it requires some tweaking in both the hardware and the software. And one of the things that I played with quite a bit is on the hardware is an RF gain. And on the manufacturer designer's website, it says, keep that gain down, otherwise you'll end up with overloading. So I've been doing that. And then I saw another video on YouTube that said, really, you got to set the gain to the best setting and then leave it there. Not necessarily the lowest setting or the highest setting, it's the best. And I played with that this morning, and I found that the YouTube video is correct, because you can tweak it kind of mid-range, and you can see the receiver, it'll get good and then it goes bad and good and bad. So there's a sweet spot, I call it, or some people might call it, on that RF gain, and I think I have found it for now. Maybe it changes after it warms up, but right now I think I've got that. The other thing that the gentleman mentioned on the other YouTube video was to not have both antennas connected at the same time. So if you're listening to HF, especially if you're listening to HF, disconnect the antenna from the VHF, UHF port, because it allows those higher frequencies to bleed in on top of the HF frequencies. So right now, I'm not having a problem, and I have both antennas hooked up. But I don't have the antenna that's coming in for VHF, UHF requires a preamplifier, and the preamplifier is turned off. So right now I'm going to turn it on, watch the waveform, and see if we see any bad things. Okay, it is now on. I didn't see any noticeable change. I'll kind of tweak all these connectors I've got here on the input to the VHF, UHF connector, and I don't, right this moment, I don't see any interference. It's 6:53 a.m. in the morning here in Florida, and maybe it's because it's early in the morning, maybe it's because band conditions have changed, maybe my antenna's not working, whatever, but I don't see right now, I don't see any interference on this frequency, which says 59.998, it's actually 9.998, which is 10 megahertz for. Now the signal's gotten stronger. I just noticed it. Now I'm going to turn that VHF antenna preamplifier off. And there's a little delay in the software, so it won't react right away. No, it seems to be doing okay. So for, like I say, this particular setup, it's not apparently interfering. Okay, now I'm going to switch, and there's no physical switch I have to do, I just change frequencies. I'm going to switch to that VHF input and try WWV, try NOAA weather again, which is up at 162.450. Okay, let's just crank this up down here on the frequency. And this, before I was having trouble getting that in the FM mode, which it is an FM station. So I was using AM. So I'm going to switch to FM. And let me check my frequency, 1624555. That's a little high. Let's go down to 50. We'll set all these to zeros to start with. And when you're on the VHF side of this receiver, you don't have to add in that 50 megahertz. Okay. And the reason that is for the HF is because there's a down converter, and a down converter frequency is 50 megahertz, so you have to start there for HF. Okay. So we're not getting NOAA radio for some reason. Oh, I got the preamplifier turned off. And with this antenna, I have to have that preamplifier on or I don't get anything. So I'm going to turn it on right now. And we still don't have anything. Oh yeah, we do have something kind of off to the side there. Now let's go down a little bit. Yep, that's too much. Ease up on it. There it is, right there. There are the two frequencies that I normally get. So let me slide in here. Turn the volume back up. See, I'm not getting anything. I'm getting scratchiness. So let me go to AM mode, which is what I was using the other day. Hello, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Now, I'm going to turn it down some more. I apologize. That hurt my ears too. Let me, number one, I'll disconnect the HF antenna. So we're doing that right now. Okay, that's disconnected. Didn't see any change there. Again, it acts like it's in the wrong mode. So let's go back to FM. Turn the volume up. Still not getting anything. I mean, you can see this nice big fat signal here, but it's not decoding. This software is not decoding it for some reason. Now, I hate to do this, but let me change the RF gain on the receiver. Maybe it's overmodulated. Okay, it's all the way down, gain's all the way down, I think. Nope. So that didn't do anything. So we're in FM mode, and the NOAA weather should be coming through in FM mode. And let me tweak the frequency a little bit and see if that'll help. It's almost like there's some kind of signal coming in here that I shouldn't have. Trying to moving the cables around. Let me totally disconnect the adapter on the HF side. Nope, that made no difference. So I can't get the FM to decode this NOAA weather station. Let me go back to the AM mode, which was what I was having to use yesterday. Sorry, I did it again. See there? See, I can almost get it intelligible. I could tune it some more and I could probably get it intelligible, but notice on the display here, I'm way off, which that's probably because I'm using AM mode, not FM mode. I don't understand why it's not tuning it correctly when I'm in FM mode. I've got some setup wrong. So let's go back to where it should be, is FM. And then we'll tune it back over to where these peaks are, right there. And we'll turn the volume back up. I apologize for the loud volume before. And it's almost like either the software or the receiver doesn't like this mode. I've got AGC off, I just noticed. Let me turn it on. That won't let me. I can't turn on AGC in FM mode. Let me go look at these setups here. There's so many of them. I've got the tuner automatic gain control turned on. Let me turn that off, and then I'll manually turn it on. Nope, that didn't help any. Turn it back on.
This is Northern
Yep.
Weather Radio
Bingo.
KC38, operating at a frequency of 162.45.
What did I do? I don't know. It's working perfect now. It's right on frequency. Let me stop talking.
This radio is sponsored by NOAA Fisheries, with programming originating from the National Weather Service.
The audio is almost perfect.
The station
Let me
provides warning alerts
zoom
for
out.
Hillsborough, Pinellas, and Panko counties.
Pretty close to the peak.
The current time is 7 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time.
Let me go right to that peak.
The tropical weather outlook issued by the National Hurricane Center in Miami
Perfect.
issued at 1:03
It's working fine
Eastern
now.
Daylight
I
Time for the North Atlantic, Caribbean Sea, and the Gulf of Mexico. The National Hurricane
all I apparently did is over in this option here, I turned the tuner AGC on, off. It wasn't working in FM mode. I turned it off. Didn't help. I turned it back on. Boom. It started decoding in FM mode. I don't know why. I am completely lost. But anyway, it's working, and it's working perfect. That station is booming in, which it should, of course, because it's only about 40 miles from me. And it's working. So, once again, you got to experiment with these receivers and the software. I still haven't gotten SDR Sharp to work. Matter of fact, let's see if I can show you real quickly. Now that I know this program is working, which is HD SDR. Okay, here's SDR Sharp. I'll open it up. Hopefully it won't crash my computer. Okay, I'm approximately at the same frequency. I'm in wideband FM. I don't remember if I should be using wideband or narrowband, but we'll see. So we'll start it. And it says, can't access RTL device. Now, what I did is just the last time I tried this, I went to this and I changed the sampling mode to quadrature sampling. And then I'm getting this error message. So let me change it back to direct sampling Q branch, close, start, and it started. There's a nice strong signal right where the cursor is. There's nothing down here on the waterfalls. Change it to narrow FM. Now getting some audio, and we'll change the frequency down. There's signals, a whole bunch of signals.